My name is Peter Cranston, and currently with B'nai B'rith I'm a past president and monitor of the North Shore Kadima unit, and I act as note taker, I guess they call it, for a number of the management committees here, so I write the minutes for them. That's about the main work that I do at the moment. But in the past I was very active in a number of other areas, which I don't do as much now. My biggest working relationship was acting as a so-called project manager for the development of the retirement villages at Wahroonga and at Rose Bay. When I say the development of them, I mean the building of the new parts of that. And there I worked very, very closely with Maurice Rosenberg, who's also a member of North Shore Kadima. He's an architect, and we worked for about 4 years together on that, and I would every Friday morning have to go to site meetings and sort out the battles between the architect and the builder. The retirement homes had always been part of B'nai B'rith, and it had been a forgotten part of the organisation. Before they were managed separately. The Rose Bay one was managed sort of by somebody on a autonomous basis and no real link with B'nai B'rith, even though it was part of B'nai B'rith. And the Wahroonga ones were also managed in a sloppy way, and it really wasn't until Leon Toffler and Martin Dobson got involved with the Warringah homes, A, straightened out the financial situation, and B, worked very, very hard to clean it up, modernise it, and bring it back under control. The same sort of thing happened at Rose Bay, and then eventually land became available during Leon and Martin's time at Wahroonga, which we could buy, and we bought that land. I was on the board of the retirement villages at that time. We bought that land and we started to build, and we built 16 units there plus a meeting room, and that was when Maurice got involved with the architecture side of it. And then when that was finished, maybe 1 year or so later, I can't remember exactly, land became available at the back of Rose Bay. And after a lot of cogitation and argument and all sorts of toing and froing, we were able to buy that land and eventually build on that. Not as much land, not as big as Wahroonga, much more difficult to build on. There was some very interesting times there where we had to stop building completely because we had a major engineering problem. I remember getting a phone call and Maurice said, look, we've got a problem, we've had to stop building. The engineers said if we keep going with the digging out for the foundations, the rest of the home is going to fall in on top of us. So I said, what have we got to do? He said, we've got to put a retaining wall up. I said, well, we haven't budgeted for that. He said, tough, it's got to go in. Eventually, when we looked at that retaining wall, the Dutch would have been proud of it.